Okay, we're going to look at different types of data and just the way to recognise different data collected and then what to do with it, how to graph that data. The first sort of data that we're going to look at is categorical. So categorical data is data that you collect where there's different choices. So you might say, look, what kind of ice cream do you like? And someone might say to you they like chocolate. And then you might say to someone else, what kind of ice cream do you like? And I'll say they like vanilla. And then somebody else might like strawberry. So here you have three different types of ice cream, or three different categories. So when you're collecting data of this nature, you're looking at the categories. So you're looking at what the different types of data is, where it fits into that category, and then you can graph the different categories. That's one type of data. There's another type of data which is discrete data. Now, discrete data is when you're collecting information about how many of something that someone has. So you might have a person who, they're a very happy person, who might have a pet. And you'll ask those people how many pets they have. And a person will say to you, look, I have no pets. So they have 0 pets. Or a person might have, look, I have a dog, I have 1 pet. Another person might say to you, look, I have 3 pets, because I have 2 fish and 1 dog. And one more person might say, I have 4 pets in my house. So what happens there is that a person with discrete data must give you a whole number, because we can't ask the question, how many pets do you have? And a person will say, I have 2.5 pets. That can't be done because you can't actually have half a pet. So with discrete data, it must always be whole numbers. You can't have fractions of numbers. So that is discrete data. The other type of data is continuous data. Now, with continuous data, there can always be a different answer. The way to describe that is that you might ask someone how tall they are, and you'll see that their height could possibly always be different. So a person might say to you, look, I'm 181 centimetres tall. Or they could say, I'm 181.7 centimetres tall. Or someone else might say, I'm 181.75 centimetres tall. So you can see that the continuous data can be any number. It doesn't have to be one number. It can be one number, or it could be 3 numbers or 5 numbers, or it can just continue to be more than one number. So you just need to remember that with continuous data, it can be any number. So just back to the 3 different types of data. We have categorical, discrete, and then continuous data. And just remember, with categorical data, it must be in a category. So you can't have an endless amount of answers. It must be in a category. You can come up with the categories when you're taking your surveys, or you can let the people who are answering dictate what the categories are. Discrete data, if you're collecting discrete data, it will always be whole numbers. So how many sports do you play, or how many goals do you kick when you're playing soccer, or how many pets do you have? It's always a whole number. There's never half numbers. Continuous data, we're looking at any number. So especially with height, or how long do you take to get to school in the morning, or how long do you take to eat your breakfast? It's a continuous data. So you're collecting information where it's always changing, it's always different. So you'll need to understand what these 3 different types of data is, how you collect it, and then what you do with those answers and how you graph those. So if you need any more information, ask me, but good luck with that.